Ladies, you gotta have more sex. There, I said it. Jeff Hill is like freaking out right now. Let's picture my husband and I in a very happy moment. We have been together for 25 years. We've been together for 20. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. We started doing business together about 16 years ago. The first 10 of that were not good. But I always said, my family's my priority, family's my priority. And so he's helping me with my business. And we're working on my business. And he would say, oh, well, I help my wife with her business. And so what I wanted to title today's presentation for you is From Mine to Ours. And not just using that word, but to truly understand how my life is so much better now because I've learned to get out of my own way and I've learned how to rely on him, to recruit him, to need him, to embrace him, to be stronger together and to truly honor him, not by word, but in my actions. And because of that, we've changed everything. Many of you know we don't own an apparel company anymore. We don't own a certification company anymore. We don't have 70 area promotion directors all around the country that I still love. We don't have 25 employees. We have a small little team, and they're fun. They're not normal. This is our team. This is what we run Team Johnson with. Look at how happy Brett is. And we take prom photos together. The one thing he's had to learn to deal with is that I don't just take one photo. It's like pose and pose and pose and pose. But what's really difficult for many of us to understand is like, why are people not happy for me? If I'm doing this really cool thing now, and I've started a new business, I don't understand how suddenly we're not getting along, and you're acting like a jerk. And that can be the husband or the wife, the boyfriend, the girlfriend. Sometimes it's your best friend. Sometimes it's your mom. And then suddenly people just start acting rude. It doesn't make sense because this is the person you fell in love with. Remember when you used to wake up together and you both had good breath and you thought maybe you'd get married and you'd lay on his arm. Remember that? And he would say, "Are you comfortable?" And you'd go, "Yes," but you weren't. And you'd say to him, are you comfortable? And his whole left side of his body's gone numb, but he's like, "I'm comfortable." And then you pretend you want to fall asleep like that, which you don't. And then you get married and you think, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. And we're excited about our life together. And we know that change is going to happen because we're planning change together. Like, let's do some cool things together. Our life is going to change, but we're doing it together. We're both on board for this. We'll be going, this is going to be hard. Like, having a kid is going to be hard. And maybe you going back to school is going to be hard. And maybe if we move, that's going to be hard, but we're doing it together. It's mutual change, so we're both really excited about it, but it's still hard. And sometimes it's really hard. And sometimes we grow apart. But the biggest distance happens when change happens and both partners didn't usually agree to it. Like one person just decides to get better, and you both didn't mutually agree to it. And then suddenly it feels like you're growing apart and you're living in the same home and you're supposedly sharing the same interests and priorities, but things get crazy. And this is the one thing that can destroy, and does destroy, most marriages. Any guess what that is? It starts with an L. Any guess? Just kidding. It's one of those things, sometimes. It does start with an L. But life can just destroy relationships sometimes because we keep going so fast and we keep talking, we keep speaking our priority, but not living it. My family's number one, but I haven't got off my phone in 12 hours. I do this for my family, but I have no time for them because I'm super busy making money for my family. My family's most important, but I haven't seen them. I've been locked in a room with the door closed going, keep it quiet, I'm on a coach call. Life gets in the way, and we oftentimes take the people who matter the most to us for granted, and we get busy, and life gets crazy, and things happen, and we know you'll always be there, we love you, and before you know it, there's all kinds of tension, and discord, and discontent, and it feels like the same thing day in, day out, and it's weird. It's like I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm not as happy as I once was. I can't put my finger on it, but there's a certain point in our lives where we wake up and we go, I just feel like I could be happier. Raise your hand. All I know is I really believe that things could be better. That's all. Things could be better. Raise your hand if you believe things could be better, even from where you're at right now. I mean, that's what we all have in common. Do you know that some people don't believe that? Some people are just totally happy with their boring, awful lives. And it's because they don't think it could be better. You do. And you know that in order for things to get better, that means you have to, starts with a C, change. Yeah. It means things have to change. You have to change. But guess what? This is so exciting for you guys. Guess what? Your relationships are going to be so much better after this. Because you're going to learn so much about what a lunatic your partner is. Because change, we're all like this. Change elicits all of our insecurities. It makes us angry. This is change that we weren't expecting. It makes us scared. It makes us sad. Sometimes we're uncertain, like what's going to happen? What does this mean? I don't have control if you're changing and I'm no part of it. Am I important anymore? If this thing is now important to you? What if I fail? What if I fail you? What if you fail? What if I'm not good enough now? What if everything takes off for you, and then I'm inadequate? What if you want me to help you? What if you want me to be your partner, but suddenly you're better, and now I feel inadequate? That's what we feel when it's change we weren't anticipating. Every one of you probably worked for a company where they've come in one day and said, okay, things are going to change. And you're like, ugh, I don't like this. I don't even know what it is, but I don't like it. Because we don't like change. And here's why. Read this definition with me. Change, look at that. Change means to make or become different. Change means to take or use another instead. Now close your eyes and think about your significant other or a very important person in your life. And I want you to think about these words. They are going to become different. Keep your eyes closed. They are going to take or use another instead of. How do you feel? Insecure, angry, concerned, all of these things. That's what change does to us. Open your eyes. But isn't change growth? It is, right? Are they coaches? Are those coaches? And isn't growth a good thing? I would think so. But growth can also be scary. Imagine what that feels like. Think about it. Think about change and being replaced and not being as important. And when you're getting better, people get nervous. If you get better, you're probably not going to need me. What if we're not friends anymore? What if we don't like the same things? What if I'm not good enough for you? And that makes people aggressive. And sometimes it can make people overly protective because they don't want you to fail. So they go, I don't think you should do that. I think that's too hard. I think that's too big of a goal. I don't think you should go to Summit. I think this sounds dangerous. I think I should protect you. So you have to step into their shoes and understand those first series of insecurities that I spoke of. And then the next thing you have to do is help them understand that to make the changes you want to see, you have to do the following things. I need you to take fast and furious notes. Are you ready? You need to communicate with far more positivity. Here's what we know about happy couples. They communicate 5 hours more per week than unhappy couples. So if we took a big survey of everybody in the audience and people said they were unhappy with their partner, you talk 5 hours less than the couple who are happy. Doesn't matter what you're talking about. Listen, you really have to listen. You have to understand where their fears and insecurities are coming from. This is really key. A 5-to-1 ratio of positive to negative. Now, I'm not saying negative, like, are you really gonna wear that outfit? That looks horrible. I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about this. The garbage disposal is broken. That's one negative. The kids need tuition now for all their stuff, and we don't have enough money. That's another negative. Are you the person who left all the garage door open last night? That's another negative. So it's not just about them. It's just like, is that a positive thing to say? Happy someone to say 5, like, I had a great day. Did you have a great day? You don't have to, it's not 5 compliments. It's 5 positive things to say. You know what I'm talking about. You've got to study your partner. You have to know what makes them insecure. You have to listen to what it is they're interested in your business. Now, my husband's a football coach. He can talk to me until I'm blue in the face about plays and positions, and I'm trying so hard to remember. It's not that interesting to me. But when he goes, that kid was raised in foster care, he was adopted when he was 16 years old, and now he's like, I'm like, tell me more. Like, because now he's got me. Now I'm interested. I want to know about the kid. So, in other words, when you're talking about your business, don't talk about the stuff that's interesting to you. Talk about the stuff that you know they're interested in. Here's the next one. Minimize their fears. Hey, honey, summit was amazing. I had such a great time. It was awesome. I wish you could have been there. It was great. Hashtag dumb. Okay, so here's a little tip. If you came without your significant other, go home and just love on them and say, thank you so much, you made this possible, and don't even talk about this. Like, until they come with you, there's no need for you to try to explain it. Minimize their fears. Use common sense. Does that make somebody feel secure? This is what my husband and I do. We ask ourselves, would this make us feel more secure or less secure? We have rules. We have rules and principles that we keep in our marriage that allow us to feel secure. It's just treating the other person exactly the way you would want to be treated. It's the golden rule, right? If you wouldn't want that to happen, don't do it to your spouse or your partner. Minimize temptations. Make your partner feel secure. No one can read your mind. They don't know what you need, but you need to figure out what they need. Everybody wants to feel needed. You will get along so much better with your partner if you just take that away. You understand that everybody wants to feel needed. Everyone wants to be asked to the dance, even if you know they're not available, they still want to be asked. And lastly, you need to have more sex. Yeah, a lot more sex. A lot more sex. Couples who have sex 1 time a week report being 26% happier than couples who have sex once a month. Couples who have sex up to 4 times a week report that they're 46% happier. And I don't know what it is for 7 days a week, but I assume it's going up. Speak highly of your partner. It's so uncomfortable to be around a couple who one is correcting the other so that they're like, oh, you're making me look bad, so they correct them. No, you look bad now. We know it's his opinion or her opinion. You just make everybody else uncomfortable, and you make us feel like you don't love him or her, and so just speak highly of your partner, and then recruit them, because they have your opposite strengths. That's why God brought you together. They are strong where you are weak. Together you are better, and everybody wants to be needed. It's letting your partner know that you need their strengths instead of demanding them or nagging them. And it takes time. You have to invest time. Time means you have to spend time together. Do you get that? It doesn't mean that you're doing date night once a week. It means you actually have to spend time together. And you have to behave, not just state your priorities. Anyone can do that. But live in accordance to your priorities. You have to make each other your priorities. You are better together. Everyone wants to feel needed. And listen to me, closeness requires time. You have to spend more time together. Uninterrupted time, without your cell phones, without your laptops, without everything else. And word choice matters. If I can give you one piece of advice, it is to stop saying my business. Our business.